What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nelly's Fishing Adventures. This is officially the first Nelly podcast. This is the first time I'm doing this. I got the equipment ready, got the microphone, I got the camera in front of me, and I am very excited to be doing this. This is new for me. I've never done this before, but I think it is a good way for me to start interacting with my audience one on one so we could talk about fishing, talk about kayaking, talk about fishing gear, whatever the case may be. I think it's going to be something great that we can talk about during the winter and even during the summer. Right? This doesn't have to stop then. This is just the beginning. I am learning here. This is all new to me, like I said. And side note, did you guys watch the World Cup today? I've been supporting Argentina this whole time. I've been telling people from the beginning, Argentina and France are going to the final. And you know what? A good friend of mine, I consider family. They are from Argentina, and they gave me this shirt, and I couldn't be happier to support them. It was amazing. It was a great thing. It was good to see Messi retire and get his cup. But anyway, we are not here to talk about soccer. Before I get carried away, we are here to talk about fishing. Most importantly, we are here to talk about kayak fishing, ladies and gentlemen. So, the subject I want to touch on today is kayak fishing tournaments. I've been getting a few messages. Um, so let me backtrack. Starting last year, I've noticed that the amount of people that have reached out to me asking, how do I get involved in kayak fishing? How do I get involved in these tournaments? These messages have gone up quite a bit. And I must say that it's been an honor for me, and it is a pleasure. I don't know. It feels really good to have people tell me that I have influenced them into buying a kayak, getting into kayak fishing, getting into kayak fishing tournaments. It feels really good that I can inspire you into get into kayak fishing. You know, I had a guy once tell me, you know what, I bought a kayak, but I'm not sure if this is for me. It's very different. It's a lot of work. Yes, it is a lot of work. You get used to it, but just remember, if I can do it, you can do it, guys. So that being said, let's just do a quick recap of what 2022 was. So 2022, we had a great tournament season. It was the first time that the OKBT went to Sudbury, to the Sudbury area, where we were able to fish for spawning bass. Don't mind me if I'm not looking at the camera. I'm just trying to open up here my Facebook group for the tournament so I could just give you guys some proper information of all the lakes we went to. I just don't want to skip anything. Anyway, we went to Ramsey Lake. This was a really cool event because we went up there in May. The week after Bass Opener, we were able to fish, and we were fishing for spawning bass. I personally did not do good in this tournament because I didn't realize I had to bed fish until it was the end of the tournament, so I only managed to catch one. But fishing for bass in May, like, that was great. The second event of the year, we were at the Bay of Quinte, right? One thing I must point out: a lot of people that saw, a lot of people that are not in the kayak fishing scene, even some people that are in the kayak fishing scene, were a little concerned about the tournaments that we went to last year because there was big bodies of water. If you are new into this kayak fishing, let me tell you, do not get intimidated. When you see something like this, we are going to Bay of Quinte. Yes, Bay of Quinte is big. But in the kayak, we are not covering. We are not running from, we are not launching from, I don't know, Belleville and taking a rip all the way down to where the St. Lawrence River starts or whatever, you know. That's just an example, I know. Anyway, when you're in a kayak, you're concentrating on one section of the lake. Me personally, when I pick a lake to go fish, I look at Google Maps. Google Maps is a great tool. And I look at a 10-kilometer radius or 20-kilometer diameter, right? I look at a 10-kilometer diameter and I say, this is the area I'm going to be fishing today. I'm going to be concentrating here because I like how you know, the weed edge looks. I like these rocks that come up to these points. Whatever, you know, you make up your own game plan. So, as much as it sounds, we're fishing Bay of Quinte. We're not fishing the whole Bay of Quinte. You know, we're concentrating on one area Study before your fishing trip is huge. The picking the launch is half of the battle. So don't get intimidated when you see Bay of Quinte or the next example, our next tournament, Georgian Bay. Obviously, when kayak fishing, guys, safety is number one. Always wear a PFD. Always have a flag in the back of your kayak, especially when you're going to one of these big, busy lakes. If you don't have a flag, I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Migsig. Migsig Outdoors makes some sun protection shirts, and he makes these really bright fluorescent colors. People are going to see you across the lake with those things. They are great. So anyway, as I was saying, we went to Bay of Quinte. I had a pretty decent tournament. I had to leave early that day, but I managed to finish in 20th place. After Bay of Quinte, we went to Georgian Bay, another big body of water. But in Georgian Bay, we concentrated in the Port Severn area. And let me tell you, I only caught 3 fish on that tournament. I didn't catch 5 because some errors I made. I didn't have a clean day of fishing. But going to Georgian Bay, I fell in love with Georgian Bay that day. After that day, I went back to Georgian Bay at least 4 more times. It is such a great fishery, and it's really close to home. It's really trippy. I'm wearing a black shirt. The microphone is black. The background is dark. It looks a little weird. I hope it doesn't look too bad on the camera for you guys. After Georgian Bay, where did we go? I feel like there's one tournament I missed. Oh yeah, there is one tournament I missed. I actually did not go to Lake St. Clair. Here's another example, right? Lake St. Clair, huge body of water. Remember, safety is always first. PFD, flag, 360 light. Your knife on your PFD. Always have a knife attached in case you fall, you get wrapped on braid or whatever. Lake St. Clair, another big lake, but like I said, you are not fishing from Mitchell's Bay down to Peach Island. You are concentrating on one little section. Have this little section circled in your Google Maps, circled in your mind, and right, fish within your comfort zone. If don't put yourself at risk where you feel unsafe. Fish within your comfort zone. Obviously, you're not going to go fish in between the boat lanes, but what I'm trying to get at, guys, is safety is always number one. Then you have fun, and you just enjoy these tournaments. So anyway, I did not fish Lake St. Clair. So after Lake St. Clair, it was Bay of Quinte, then it was Georgian Bay, and then the last tournament of the year, we had Sturgeon Lake. Now, Sturgeon Lake I was really excited to go to because there is history there. Back in 2020, I fished Sturgeon Lake, and I finished in 2nd place. My friend Paul beat me by ½ inch, and that day, honestly, it was pretty emotional for me because I really thought I was going to make it. I was going to win, and we all want to win, right? I was super excited, and I had a lot of fun. So I thought I was going to have a good day that day. I was feeling really good about the fishing. I went back to the same area where I fished back in 2020, and just before the tournament started, I decided to go check out a different spot where I thought it was a different boat launch, and it was not a boat launch. On Google Maps, it looked like a boat launch, but it was not a boat launch. So anyway, backing out of that spot, I drove my car right into a ditch. So I had to sit there, wait for CAA, and I was about 2 hours late to the tournament. It was brutal. If you guys haven't seen that, there is a video on my YouTube channel that shows that day, but I can link it below. Anyway, that was the tournament season for 2022. Some of you already know the 2023 season, but this goes out to the guys that have been reaching out to me and asking, how do I get involved in kayak fishing tournaments? Okay, first thing I'm going to tell you guys, go on your cell phone, go to your Apple App Store or your Google Play Store, download the app Tourney X. Okay, Tourney X. I'm going to link it below. Once you have downloaded Tourney X, a month or so before the tournament, hold on, is it a month before? Could be 2. But anyway, keep an eye open on also the OKBT Facebook page because it could be announced there too when registration is open. So, me personally, I registered 2 weeks before a tournament. So, once you have downloaded TourneyX and you know a tournament's coming up, you can go register, agree to terms and conditions, and very important, go to the OKBT website and read the tournament rules. It doesn't take long. Maybe half hour, 20 minutes, half hour. Read the tournament rules. If there is something you are confused about and you're not sure if you understand, read the rules again. They are very clear, very easy to understand. So, here's what we got. 2023 season, here how it goes. We are kicking up at 2023. We are going back up north. We're driving 4 hours north from the GTA, and we are going to Lake Nipissing for Bass Opener, which is going to be on the May 2 for long weekend. May 20th, Lake Nipissing. Then on June 17th, again for Bass Opener in Zone 17, we are going to go to Balsam Lake. July 15th, we are going to fish Lake Simcoe. This is probably the event I am excited for the most. Lake Simcoe is a great fishery. Me personally, the only reason why I don't fish Lake Simcoe a lot is because of parking. Parking is expensive. There is a lot of free parking, but there's spots that I don't like going alone. I would rather go with a partner to help me drag stuff down. I help them. Anyway, that's a different story. August 12th, we're going to Georgian Bay, but this time we're fishing the Perry Sound area. We're not going to be fishing around Port Severn again. We're going up to Perry Sound. And the other really exciting event happening in 2023 is the last event of the year. It's going to be September 9 and 10, and we're going to have it in Tri-Lakes. That's right. For the first time, the OKBT is going to do a 2-day event, September 9 and 10 on Tri-Lakes. And this is probably the second event I'm looking forward to the most because 2-day events are hard. They are not easy whatsoever. Day one, it's cool. You're excited to fish. You're ready to go. You wake up early, and then all of a sudden you're not catching any fish. Waking up on day 2 and getting on that water is where the challenge starts because you already have your mindset. If you had a bad day 1, you're already in that mindset of day 2. Is like, you know what, man, I don't know if it's worth it. Should I keep on going? The answer is yes. You always keep on going. You never give up. Give it your all. If you catch just one fish in 2 days, if you caught 12 inches in the 2 days, I don't care. You submit those 12 inches. You know why? Because you got up, you went fishing, you didn't stay home on your couch watching TV and trolling people online. That's just an example. Anyway, that is my motivation way of thinking on these 2-day events. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's challenging. But even if you catch one 12-inch fish, you upload it up there and you be proud that you did that because you worked hard for it. Okay? Don't let nobody take that away from you. Wow, I feel like a motivational speaker right now. Oh, man, I got excited. What else? All right, so again, for those of you that have reached out to me asking about these tournaments, there's also a second series you could join, and that is the Ontario Kayak Bassmasters. Now, to join the Bassmasters is a little bit more of a process. You have to sign up to OBN, Ontario Bass Nation. You pay your Bass membership, and then once you pay your Bass membership, you can at that point now sign up to Ontario Kayak Bassmasters, pay your club dues, and once you have your club dues all paid, the tournaments, you get added to an email list. There's monthly meetings. So far, the meetings have been all online, and you do get a password so that when you go into Tourney X and you register for the tournament, you have to enter this password. It's protected so that people that don't pay the memberships don't just show up on tournament day, right? So sign up to OBN, Ontario Bass Nation, pay your Bass membership, then pay your Ontario Kayak Bassmaster Club dues. Then you can sign up to the tournament, and yes, you got to pay for the tournament. There are 3 tournaments. They are usually lined up next to the OKBT tournaments. So, give you an example. June 17th is Balsam Lake. June 18th, we're going to be at. Oh, I forgot. Hold on, I have it right here. I should have it right here. June 18th, we're going to be at Lake Dalrymple. July 15th, we're going to be on Lake Simcoe with OKBT. July 16th, we're going to be at Sparrow Lake with Bassmasters. August 12th, we're going to be at Georgian Bay with OKBT. August 13th, we'll be at Lake Couchiching. So what the tournament director tries to do is that he tries to keep the lakes close by so that people that travel from far away don't have to do a whole bunch of traveling when from one day to the other, right? Now, the one really cool thing about Ontario Kayak Bassmasters is that at the end of the year, there is a championship. The championship is, again, a 2-day event. This year, it's going to be on August 26, 27 on Stony Lake. What happens with this championship? The anglers that finish in the top 5. The top 5 anglers, they qualify to go fish They qualify to go fish the Kayak Bassmaster Classic. The Kayak Bassmaster Classics happen at the same time as the Bassmaster Classics in the USA. They fish the same lakes as the Bassmasters, but don't quote me on that. I think it's the same lake, but the Kayak Bassmasters fish Wednesday and Thursday, I believe, and the Bassmaster Classics on the boats, they fish the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that. But they end up sharing the same stage, and it's just a great experience. Last year we had I believe one of our guys, he went on stage. He finished the whole tournament in top 10, so he went on stage with all the big guys and got his award. So that was pretty cool. So this is my first episode of the Nelly podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna try to do this a little more often. Maybe do it once a week or once every other week. Strictly talk about fishing. You know, I'm gonna try to keep them short, like little 20-minute episodes, just to not get you guys too bored. Next week I gotta decide what to talk about with you guys. If you guys got any suggestions, send me a message, leave a comment below. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you to all the new subscribers and to all my current subscribers. Love you all. Cheers, guys.